Now, right now in China, many of you will know that new energy vehicle cars are dominating the car market in China. I mean, as seen on the screen, you will notice that for the month of August, the penetration rate of new energy vehicle cars reached 55.3%. Year to date, the penetration reached 51.6%. This means that there are more new energy vehicle cars that are being sold in China as compared to engine combustion cars. These are massive news. These are massive catalysts that are helping. This is a massive catalyst that is helping NEO or EV makers like NEO being able to do well in China. To know that new energy vehicle cars are being sold more than, of course, engine combustion cars. It's something that shows you that China is on another level. I mean, in August, the total passenger vehicle retail sales, which includes both engine combustion cars and new energy vehicle cars, reached 1,952,000, which was up 3% year on year and up 7% month on month. Right? It's something that is just so great. And out of this 1.9 million, 1.08 or 1,080,000 cars were coming from new energy vehicle cars, and this was 5% increase year over year, right? This once again shows you that there is future, there is hope for NEO, and the penetration rate continues rising, continues growing, and all thanks to EV makers like NEO that are contributing so much onto the fast growing EV space. They are not the car selling the most, or they are not the company selling the most, but they are making it feel, they are making the Chinese consumers feel it is going to buy new energy vehicle cars over the engine combustion cars. The only concern, if you remember very well, why so many people in China were worried about buying EV cars, it was because of the infrastructure, whether being charging or swapping for NEO users, right? They were worried if whether they will have enough or there will be enough chargers to charge their EV cars. But right now, China, the companies that are building these new energy vehicle cars, they are making sure that they also deploy, or they become aggressive in terms of the deployment of the chargers that charge these EV cars. And because of this, we are seeing car makers like NEO, car makers like Xiaomi, car makers like Leapmotor, XPeng, and the others, BYD, Tesla, seeing the sales or the total sales that they are generating on a month to month continue increasing, because the anxiety that comes with not having enough chargers, it's slowly fading away in China. And the more these car companies like NEO deploy these chargers, battery swapping, is the more people will just go full in, or they will just trust and know that new energy vehicle cars is the way to go. I mean, the technology that is on the new energy vehicle cars, it's even far much better than the technology that you find on engine combustion cars, right? Which is why EV makers like NEO continue to do very, very well in China. I mean, one thing that I like about, obviously, NEO is that they are the leader. Though they are not selling as much as other EV cars or new energy vehicle car makers, they are the leader when you talk about technology, when you talk about the services, the cars themselves that they are selling. NEO goes as the company that, of course, is doing the most for China, which is why even the Chinese government has been supporting or giving some massive support onto NEO, because I do not think that China EV market or new energy vehicle market would be recognized the way it is if it was not for NEO. NEO is one of the biggest players of the China's EV market growth. Without NEO, I don't think the global recognition that China has of new energy vehicle market would be where it is. NEO, it is a very key player in the fast growing EV space, though they are still not profitable, but the role which they are playing, it is a very, very good role that is putting China on the map. So yeah, man, when I read this article, I thought I'd quickly come and give it to you to say that, by the way, if you have forgotten or if you think you want to know the numbers as they stand, right now in China, EV cars are selling more than engine combustion cars. It is something that is great, something that is exciting, and this just solidifies or puts a stamp to say that NEO has got a future, because in as much as people are buying EV cars, NEO will still continue benefiting from that, and it therefore means that NEO has got an opportunity to be that company that it does so well. Remember what the ex-Peng CEO and chairman said. The competition in China, it's so fierce, or it's still pretty fierce, and by 2030 there will only be 5 companies that are remaining, and hopefully NEO become one of those companies that remain in by 2030, because look, we have seen what is happening and to some of the new energy vehicle car makers. Some of the new energy vehicle car makers in 2024, the amount of cars they were selling, they are struggling to sell those or to reach those quantities because of them failing to innovate, because of them failing to improve on the services that they are providing to those that are buying their cars, which is something that it's not good, and it shows you that indeed the competition is far from over, right? Things can just change like that. So if you don't innovate, if you don't improve on services and the quality of the cars, then you are going to be left behind. The fight, the battle is not close at all to be or to reach the end. You cannot really say if BYD has won. Even BYD sold over 4 million units last year. This year, BYD was planning to sell over 5 million cars, but they've now adjusted because of the competition they see in China. But I'm not saying BYD won't be one of the few that remain by 2030, but I'm saying even to them, due to the competition and the innovation that is taking place in China, they need not to relax, because this year they might be very good. Next year they might see, of course, their sales being wiped off by a big margin, which is something that needs to be taken cognizant of by the investors, right? And NEO, knowing that they are at the forefront of technology, that gives us the comfortability, the comfort to say that they will continue doing very well in the future. Tell me what you think. Don't want to make this video too long. Just thought I'd quickly come and give you the updates. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. That is all from me, my dear friends, and God bless you all.